Slice is a new horror comedy that was released by A24, and A24 is a go-to for me. Anytime I see that they have involvement in a film, I want to see it because they have put out amazing films as of late. So when I saw that, I was already on board and I pressed play. I mean, how many companies can you say that about? Now this stars Chance the Rapper, which is kind of misleading because he doesn't even come in until the 40-minute mark, and he might be in this for 10 minutes accumulatively. We also got the actress who plays Domino in Deadpool 2 here, and she's the lead. We got Steve Harrington, yes, the character name, not the actor, I can't think of his real name, from Stranger Things. We've got cameos from like Hannibal Buress and other familiar faces as well. The reason that this film didn't work for me was because of its ambition. Now that sounds like something I would commend it for, and it is. But it didn't work because it was so ambitious that they tried to fit it into an 82-minute movie, and it just wasn't possible. This would have been better served as a television series. Something that they could have really hashed this story out. There are so many elements they're trying to fit into this. It's like this whole world that they're creating. It's a world building thing. And they're doing it in an 82-minute movie. They have 20-something characters in this film. I mean, when you have that many characters, how much screen time can you give? The story, the plot, all that stuff, it doesn't really work all that well. The comedy wasn't landing for me all that much, to be honest. And of course, a comedy, it's mostly a comedy, relies on being funny. And if I'm not laughing, then it's kind of missing the point. That's not to say there won't be people who fully enjoy this. I think this will become kind of a cult hit for sure. It'll have its audience. I mean, most films do. But as I said, I think that just 82 minutes is weird to me because a feature film is 90 minutes usually. That's what you're trying to get it to. And a film that has this many characters and this many ideas and whatnot, it just seemed like those 8 extra minutes are dire. Like, what compelled them to cut 8 minutes off? They needed those 8 minutes. They needed a hell of a lot more than 8 minutes. So it's just weird that this clocked in. It's such a short runtime when every minute seemed to count towards this story. So yeah, I mean, this story, as I said, it's got werewolves, it's got witches, it's got ghosts. There's this town where they've moved all the ghosts out of their city into this other city called Ghost Town, and there's werewolves and witches amongst them, but they don't know who they are, and there's this pizza delivery guy who gets killed and they're trying to solve his murder, and there's so much going on, and that was overwhelming. As I was trying to remember who everyone was and what their drive was. This needed to be simplified. Like, it was a fun idea, and I commend the director. This is his directorial debut here. I commend the director for taking this on and trying to push. I know I read that the guy was, or the person, the director was really passionate about this project, and that's cool. I mean, I get it. You have a lot of cool ideas, and you want to, bring them to fruition on the screen, and that's awesome, and good for you. I'm glad that you did it. But this feels very rushed, and it feels like the script was not fully imagined, and I'm gonna guess that this was a compromise. I think that just watching this, it feels like there should have been so much more that isn't here. And I have to believe that the director, being a first-time director, was just excited. This is all speculation. I could be completely wrong, but he's probably just really, really excited, and was like, "All right, I'll just make it. Make it into a movie. I'll shorten it down to whatever you need." That's what it feels like. I could be completely wrong on that, but sometimes you just got to stick to your guns. Reminds me of Peter Jackson. When he was shopping around the Lord of the Rings, man, he wanted it to be a 3-movie deal. And he shopped it and shopped it and shopped it. I mean, he was on this quest for like years. And people kept being like, yeah, we'll give you one movie. We'll give you one movie. We'll give you one movie. And some were like, we'll give you 2 movies. And he stuck to his fucking guns until New Line picked it up, even though he went and pitched them a 2-movie idea. It's a whole funny story. But sometimes you just got to stick, to your vision. And I just don't think this is the vision. I just don't. I could be wrong. And this director would be like, this is the film I wanted to make, and I'm proud of it, and that's great. But it feels rushed. It feels like it became overwhelming. That it got lost, along the production. So I would have liked to have seen this maybe as like a little 6-episode pilot, and really get to kind of see this world and how the ghosts live, and what's going on with the werewolves, and what's going on with the witches, and what's their story, and why are they hiding, and it's just too much. It's just too damn much. And if the humor was landing for me, and there was moments where I chuckled a little bit. There's one at the beginning that I got a good laugh out of, but the humor wasn't landing for me, and the performances from a good amount of people were just not hitting for me as well. So this was a no-go for me. It's available for rent on Amazon for about $5 SD, $6 on HD, but I wouldn't pay it unless this sounds like your kind of film. If you watch the trailer, honestly, this is one of those kinds of movies where it's really like, it was really interesting at first. I was watching, I was like, okay, all right, we're trying new things. This is funny. I get this. This is cute. These are fun ideas. We're setting up a whole different world. Almost like a Todd and the pure book of the book of Pure Evil. That's kind of a feel it had, but it wasn't that good. That's kind of what it felt like, and that was a TV series. It had time, But yeah, it was promising in the opening, and then I don't know. After that, it was just kind of like, I don't know. This isn't working. So let me know if you check it out. Let me know if you've seen it already, and let me know what you think. Hopefully, this is killing for some people, and they'll love it. As I said, I think this will become a cult film. But for now, I looked on IMDb, and it is not faring well on there at all. It's in the 4s somewhere, and so I think a lot of people are going to feel like I do. But yeah, and if that sounds like a thing, check it out. Let me know. All right, guys.